Now you see, this episode, the last episode of season 2 of Log Horizon, known as the Pioneers, is what makes Log Horizon, in my personal opinion, such a good series. Not great, but pretty good. Like in this episode, we finished the raid. You see the group take down the raid boss, so they can get rid of all the mods that are making like the whole Japan server fall asleep. But not only that, you also get some humor within the episode. You also get to see a lot of glasses pushing, and you also get to see some resolution, or at least some answers to where certain characters are. Mostly, Krusty, because he's been absent since like episode 7, 5, 8, I forget. It's been a long time. And what I love about Log Horizon, and what I think makes it better than Sword Art Online, at least like the aspect of being stuck in a video game, is that they go into like the mechanics of the game. Like you see Shiro, he's kiting, he's getting all the aggro on him so he can kite, and so the other players can attack from behind. And it's just great to see that. And then you see him like you see how great Shiro is as a strategist. You see him remembering all the moves that like the raid boss does, and remembering how it affects the players and how it aims at the players. And you see him as not only as a strategist, but he's also helping out, attacking the final raid boss, finishing it off, telling people what to do and how to do it, like heal here, heal there, all of this, attack now, defend now, get all the aggro on party 1 so party 2 can attack, all of this, and it's wonderful, and that's what I love about the series. And I also love at the very end when they defeated the final raid boss. It was the 3 main characters of the show that I feel like are the main characters, because they were the first 3 characters that we were introduced to, that being Naotsu, Akatsuki, and Shiro. They all attacked at the same time, finishing off the raid boss. And I thought it was, yeah, that's a pretty good way to defeat a boss, showing the 3 main characters that we met in Season 1, finishing them off at the end of Season 2. Then they get the communication device working, and you know who they talk to? Or at least who Shiro talks to? Konami, best girl, just saying. You can fight me about it, but Konami's best girl. Anyway, she is on the China server, we find out finally, even though like we already kind of knew that. Like if you explore the internet, you'll find out that she was on the China server. I think they mentioned that. I don't remember. It's been a long time since we last saw her, too. Anyway, we learned a few things about Konami this episode. That being, 1, she's a MILF. She has a child that's 3. And that she wants to bring her child there, and gives Shiro the resolution, option 3, to bridge the 2 worlds to make it so you can travel between them. And not only that, we learned that Krusty is with Konami, that he didn't die or anything. He just got a little transporter thingy, this little site that it just transported him to the China server. And we find out that Misa's arm, the one that, like, because her arm got caught in the little teleport thingy, it's still alive, and Krusty still has it, and I guess it's cool that he still has it, but it's also kind of weird, just saying. And it's also kind of weird that it's still alive, too. Because, don't you need, like, blood flowing into... it's a video game, so what am I talking about? And lastly, we also see Row 2 working behind the scenes, and we find out that she just cleared an area, and that there's in this shot right here, there's a rocket behind her. I mean, the rocket looks like it's in ruins, but maybe that's gonna be how they get to the moon and talk to the moon people. Because remember, that was the objective, but Konami just so happened to be on the China server, like messing with the machine, and so happened to be connected to Shiro. And it also looks like Nuriha and the rest of Plant Hyoden are gonna work with. They're gonna stop the war that they're trying to cause and work with the Round Table and Shiro to try to get their way back home. So yeah, things are definitely being set up for Season 3. But do I see Season 3 coming out anytime soon? Not at all, because like they're already charting. Like this last episode, it was charting through like the rest of what's out so far, the web novels, and there's 10, and the author wants to make 15, and he's only on 10 right now, and 10 isn't even completely out yet. It's just like there's some of 10 light novel 10 out right now. So depending how fast the writer writes Log Horizon, like in some cases, some light novel authors, they're able to get like 2 or 3 out a year, but thing is, most of those are like generic harem anime and stupid ecchi anime, which it's like sex sells everywhere, so I like, anyway. So I'm assuming he might be able to get like 2 out maybe in this year, and then 2 out next year, or 2 to 3 out next year, and then we'll see Log Horizon maybe 2 years from now. As I think that'll be pretty good. If anything, it'll probably be like, I think the latest will be like 3 to 4 years, but I'm pretty sure like maybe in a year or 2 we'll see the rest of Log Horizon. adapted. Now before I end this video off, let's talk about the season. This season was definitely, it was bumpy. I'd say that. It wasn't as good as the first season, I gotta say. Like, season 1, I'll have to give it like an 8.5 out of 10. But this season, I'm gonna have to give it like a 7.25 out of 10. Maybe like a 7, just like, it was definitely bumpy. Like, we did see great things, and like the triple raid boss that fight that we saw, and like the William Massachusetts speech, the Akatsuki arc that we had in the beginning, those were all pretty great. And then we had the little kids arc with the wyverns and all of that, and that wasn't too great. It was kind of bad in my opinion, but like, I don't know what to say. It was bad. I'm just gonna say it was bad. And like, there were some animation issues, but I'm not gonna bash on the animation too much because it's from Studio Dean. And like, if you guys don't know, being an animator in Japan, sometimes you can't get a living off of that because the pay is kind of bad. Anyway, that's a different topic and a different issue for a different video someday, maybe. Anyway, this season, like I said, 7.25 out of 10, or like a 7 out of 10. But like, it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. It could have been like horrible. We could have seen like the kids for like half of the season, and oh my lord, imagine seeing that. I would have like just like dropped the series in general. But even though the kids arc, the whole wyvern thing was probably the worst part of the show, and a little bit of pacing issues here and there, but the good part of the show is outweigh the bad, which is a good thing, because like I said, the Akatsuki arc that we had, the William Massachusetts arc with the raid and everything, that made it awesome. These last few episodes have been pretty good as well, so it definitely makes up for the series. And even though it doesn't stand as good as season 1, it's still a good thing in the series. It's still a good season in the series, and whenever season 3 it comes out, hopefully it finishes off on a nice end note. And yeah, that's all I have to say, which is crazy. I don't know what's so crazy about it, but I gotta say, this episode itself, gotta give it A. The whole raid thing, finishing that up, seeing everyone work together, seeing Shiro being the villain in classes again. We learn where Konami and Krusty are, and it looks like they're still coming over to the Japan server, I think. We see things being set up for season 3 with Plant Hyuga and Nuria. Same thing with Row 2. And it's going to be a fun time. And whenever season 2 or season 3 comes out, and if I'm still doing YouTube at the time, maybe I'll review it. Who knows? Anyway, click here click somewhere down below in my face to see the playlist of all the other other episodes that I reviewed, starting from like episode 9. I think I started late because I was catching up at the time anyway. Or click here to see my last review of Assassination Classroom. If you need a new series to watch after this, check that out. It's pretty good. I like it. It's funny, and it's also a pretty good story so far. But yeah, a grade for the episode, and a grade for the season, a 7.25 out of 10. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of Log Horizon Season 2 down in the comments below. Anyway, I'll see you guys all next time for the finale of the first mid-season finale of Durara Season 2, or exclamation point times 2, and the series finale, I think, of Out of Noah Zero. So until then, bye.